That's the first fight I told Ronda this fight's gonna be over in the middle of the octagon, and it was over in the middle, right? I said just settle down, set up that jab, you keep the distance, utilize the distance, nice, work that jab and set up that overhand right, and she did it. Boom, the fight was over. We knew it was over. All my corner knew it was over, So.
How'd she pull that off with the broken hand?
When she broke it on the ground, Ronda didn't break that shot when she hit the head on the ground. When she was ground and pounding, she caught her thumb a little bit. So.
I was gonna say have you spoken to Travis Brown at all since that whole thing happened?
No, I don't want to make any comments, anything about Travis's situation.
I was gonna say she has a chance to really prove herself against a former world champion, Holly Holm. Holly won the other night. Would that be a crowning moment for you as far as like showing that she could beat a world-class boxer?
Any Ronda beats Holly Holmes in a boxing match any given day, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Do you see any similarities with her and Floyd, both dominating their sport, both the biggest star in their sport? Do you see similarities, between both?
No similarities. Floyd's a different style of fighter, Floyd's a great boxer, and that's great for him, I think he can box definitely. He's been, dominating boxing for 20 years, you got to give the guy credit, no problem, as an athlete. Other things I don't want to talk about, no need, but Ronda, totally different style of fighter. Ronda's a dominant athlete that goes for the finish every second. Floyd Mayweather's, it's his 6th weight division, so we got to understand those also. He's doing a great job. He's done a lot for the sport, for boxing. He does a lot of big pay-per-view buys, and that's great for him, Yes, I watched Mayweather Pacquiao.
What was your take on it?
Well, I was rooting for my boy Pacquiao, but Mayweather could box, and the shoulder was hurt, but styles make fights, and I think jumping on Mayweather a little bit is not the greatest choice, and Pacquiao does become a bit reckless. Sometimes he jumps in and, he needs to settle down a little bit, push him against the ropes and, do things a bit different. But styles make fights, and you can't change fighters at that time of their career and, start doing something totally different,
What style you think you want to see Ronda against? Is there any style that you want to see against?
We get ready every day in the gym to beat any style of fighting. Ronda's ready to beat. It doesn't matter if you can box like Mayweather. Ronda's going to get you in the corner and start working your ass. Ronda knows how to box. So I get her prepared for every situation. She's ready. We're not going to have one style of fighter trying to run away from us and try to beat us. That's not going to happen, man.
Last question. I know you probably get tired of people bringing up Chris Cyborg all the time.
Yeah.
Does it bother you guys? And do you think that's like a Mayweather Pacquiao fight where eventually it's going to get built up to where it has to happen?
It's huge, it's huge. But she knows where Ronda is, and let her do what she's supposed to make the weight. And I love it. She thinks she could fight. She'll know who could really fight when she gets in there.
It's like she gets you more mad than Ronda.
She doesn't get me mad. Ronda beats her ass. I've told Ronda that first day of her training when she started working with me, first day of her career, professional. I said, you beat her ass, no problem. So now for definitely first round.
Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.